Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Few questions for Prius owners. I have my first Prius. It is a 2008. It's got 93,032 miles on it. And for the last several tanks of fuel, let's see, my average has been 34.3 miles per gallon. I see YouTubers talking about 75, 65, even 50 miles per gallon. Now, which is cool, you know, I'd love that. I'll give you two pieces of information here. One, I know that driving style directly impacts your miles per gallon, and a lot of people tell me, oh, you can adjust your miles per gallon, just adjust how you drive. It's all in your foot. Okay, yeah, but, you know, I can't drive slowly everywhere. I don't take a half an hour to drive 10 minutes away. 99% of my driving is in the city, and I work full-time delivering pizza, so needless to say, there's a certain type of driving style, getting someone their food as fast as I can so it's fresh and hot, and I'd be more likely to get a tip. I don't try and drive like Mario Andretti or anything, but I try and get there quickly. The second thing is the tire size. I made the mistake of putting the wrong tires on this car. I went to the store and bought the cheapest ones on the rack, which were 205. They're either 55 or 60 16s. And I don't know how to do the calculation or the math to figure out exactly what I'm getting. My computer on my dashboard thinks I'm getting 34.3 miles per gallon, but the car also thinks that I have the factory tires on. These tires are about 2 inches taller from what I can figure out. So yes, I understand how the mileage would drop as the car has to work harder to get the wheels moving, and it would only benefit me on the highway. I was thinking backwards when I was at the store buying these tires. Oh well, but I was wondering if anyone would know how to do that math. The circumference of the tire, the diameter of the tire over the course of 1 mile, how many rotations. I know it's possible, I just don't know the details of how to do it. I'm sure if I got the right tire size, my fuel economy would go up. When I first bought this car, the average fuel economy was at 44 miles per gallon, and I was greatly impressed because my truck gets about 16. But it is at 34, I'm not very impressed, knowing that I can go out and buy a Toyota Yaris for about $2,000 to $3,000 and get 35 miles per gallon delivering pizza. I know that can happen because one of my old cars was a Prius, a Yaris, and I used to deliver with it, and I got 35 delivering. I would get up to 42, 43-ish on the highway, depending on how I drove. But yeah, that's about it. So if anybody's got fuel efficiency secrets, I'd greatly appreciate it. I am due for spark plugs in a few thousand miles here. I've just done a synthetic oil change. I do that every 5,000 miles. I don't care what anyone thinks or says. I am all about having fresh, clean oil. You're not going to convince me that 10,000 mile oil is just as good as oil that's just been poured in. I have 45 PSI in my tires. It rides kind of rough, but it's helped the larger tires fuel economy The alignment was just done, so I'm not a crazy aggressive driver, but I'm not grandma, and I'm not solely driving this thing to the best of, only thinking of gas mileage. I'm sure it could get much better, but I am what I would call a normal driver. Sometimes aggressive, sometimes slow, sometimes I don't care. But yeah, any advice would be great. Any knowledge of any piggyback ECU, like bully dogs on diesels or whatever, to maybe lean things out or make the throttle more or less responsive, or to govern something, I don't know, any type of accessory that would help, on most cars, like, oh, intake and exhaust. Okay, well, I'm not really going to mess with the exhaust, as the car is all original. I might be due for an air filter soon, so I'll probably do a K&N, but that's about going to be the extent of it. So yeah, hit me up, let me know, email, reply in the video, and hope to hear from you soon.